Very special young man. We've watched him evolve throughout his career in so many different ways. He was a star early on outside of the ring, but eventually proved that he was even a bigger star inside that ring. And if you don't know who I'm talking about right now, it's Ryan Garcia.
Left hand, it's over! Ryan Garcia! This kid is a superstar!
The future is game. I'm watching it all the way.
Well, Ryan Garcia for me is another Oscar De La Hoya. He's got the looks, the charm, the skills. He's just got it all. Charisma, the aggressiveness.
He's fast, like blink and you miss it fast. All it takes is one mistake, one opening, and boom. It's over before you know it.
Ryan Garcia has this nasty left hook. It's a crazy left hook. It's so goddamn good. It's so much better than most people's that everybody who fights him doesn't understand what he can do until he does it. Fast, powerful, distance management. It just hits you faster than you know it's supposed to get there. It's so dangerous.
You guys can't really fuck with me. I do whatever I want. I still win.
Sitting at the top, looking down at those who left me. Promise I'm not.
Ryan Garcia's level of stardom is going to skyrocket to a point beyond anything we've seen before since Muhammad Ali. He's going to be the biggest thing in boxing since Ali, as of this moment.
Hard work, dedication, never mess up. Yeah, you never forsaken. I'm the best ever to do it. And just know when you fight me, you're about to lose it.
Boxing fans, brace yourselves. Today, we dive into the speed, the power, and the undeniable talent of Ryan Garcia. Get comfortable. It's time for another chapter brought to you by the Boxing Code.
Ryan's a type of person and a type of fighter that wants to prove to himself and to everyone else that he has what it takes to become a world champion for a very long time. So there's a lot of pressure on him.
When you think of Ryan Garcia, one thing comes to mind: speed. But there's one punch that defines him more than anything else: the left hook.
Yeah, we know about a left hook. I got hit with the left hook the other day, and it's a little bit devastating.
You don't just call a punch devastating without reason. But backed by the number of opponents that Punch has sent to the canvas, we can define it as nothing less than devastating.
I would say his left hook is his money shot.
He's dangerous. This hook is like his best punch.
Tank Davis, who's an excellent fighter, excellent puncher, recognized that left hook do hurt. That left hook can triple you.
One that reaches its target as fast as it's thrown, with no telegraph, no warning. It can end a fight in a split second. It's not just the power, it's the speed, the precision, the timing.
He has the potential to be a monster player in this sport for the next decade. He's not perfect, but he is somebody who goes after it. That is what this sport needs. He's a puncher at the end of the day, and he comes after you.
There was never any doubt about Ryan's speed and power. But what many questioned was whether he had the mental toughness to handle the toughest fights and push through the darkest moments in the ring. Could he take the heat when things got ugly? Or could he dig deep when it mattered most?
I know that he has more than that. How the hell did he get to this point? Not just with a left hook.
My first ever tattoo was right before I fought Luke Campbell. It says, Warrior.
Sits the kid down. Now we're gonna see what this kid's made of.
It's just one of those things that kind of represents what I believe in and what I do. You know, I'm a warrior.
He got rocked pretty badly. Campbell hit him with a nice left hook he did not see coming.
At first, in that moment, I was like, man, I can't believe I got dropped, like right after. And I was kind of down on myself. But then I just snapped myself out and I thought about like the reality of it. And like that's what makes you a champion. When Muhammad Ali got up off the floor, Sugar Ray Leonard got up off the floor, that's what determines your heart. That determines the type of person you are.
Body shot. Goes down.
Luke Campbell, Ryan was knocked down but not out. He came back with fire, silencing critics and showing he had the grit and heart of a true fighter.
It just shows you, man, you're not what people say you are. You're who you choose to be. And that was the message I wanted to send out.
In a sport that has been shifting over the years, some styles have evolved more to be praised than to entertain, morphing into something that values safety over action. In today's boxing world, where entertainment is rewarded and real fights are rare compared to past eras, a fighter like Ryan, willing to face the best no matter the risk, quickly rose to superstardom.
He knows he's a warrior. He knows. We know. He's not just a pretty face showing the abs on Instagram. We know he's an animal.
Ryan Garcia, man, this kid, man, this guy right here, Ryan Garcia.
Big time.
Wow. This kid Ryan is such a skilled
he's a real
fighter,
deal, bro.
And he is such a monster. He's a beast, bro.
Yeah, but he can fight.
He can fight.
Yeah.
I think I showed a lot of people who I really am. You know, going to this fight, I wanted to show people that, you know, whatever they call you, you know, they wanted to call me a social media fighter. They wanted to call me a lot of names. Anybody who tries to put you down and tells you can't become something, remember, you're not who people tell you are. You're who you choose to be.
After giving the fans the kind of fight they wanted, full of action, drama, and a picture-perfect ending for Ryan, Garcia had proven what he was really made of. With that performance, he was ready to take on bigger risks and climb to the next level.
Was Ryan Garcia better than what you thought he was, Luke?
Yeah, being honest, yeah, it was, yeah. He has power in both hands. It was very quick.
He showed great character to get up and then get a stoppage. Shout out to Ryan and his whole team, what they've been doing. You know, and I'm just disappointed that he's not looking for Devin.
Haney sat at the end of the road, but first Garcia had to blaze through a gauntlet of contenders, with Gervonta Davis standing as his toughest trial.
I'm excited that we can finally see Ryan Garcia back. I was thinking about how boxing misses Ryan Garcia. When he fights, people watch. When he talks, people listen. And that's exactly why I keep telling everyone that he's a special fighter.
After a 15-month layoff following his win over Luke Campbell, Ryan Garcia returned in 2022 to face Emmanuel Tago, switching camps from Eddie Reynoso's Canelo team to train under Joe Goosen. With fresh tactics and a leaner, more powerful frame, Garcia looked well prepared to make a statement.
There's that right hand. Kind of short-circuited him for a minute. There he goes!
Ryan dominated the fight, even scoring a knockdown in the second round. He controlled the action from start to finish and walked away with a unanimous decision victory. Still, despite the win, questions lingered. Was this the Garcia who could take on the sport's top names?
To grow in this game, you need to fight guys that can test you, test your conditioning, test your mental, test your heart, test your skills. And I think this guy did all of that tonight, and we still came out on top rather handily.
Just months after his last fight, Ryan Garcia was back, sharper, louder, and more dangerous than ever. As he prepared to face Javier Fortuna, it was clear. This wasn't the same Ryan we saw last time. This version was coming with fire, both in his punches and in his voice.
And you said you're going to knock him out. You said this fight isn't going to last. Why do you have that confidence?
I mean, I just don't do guarantees, but there's a high chance he walks into something that he won't wake up from. I'm trying to send a statement to Fortuna when I hit him with a shot and he decides to retire after. That's what I want. I want to hit him with something that sends shockwaves through the whole boxing world.
Ryan Garcia, a dominant performance over a former champion.
He's the real deal. I mean, Fortuna has never been knocked out. He's never been down, or Fortuna told me that that Ryan is the hardest puncher that he's ever faced.
Is Tank Davis the most exciting fighter today?
Yes, he is. He's the most exciting. Tank got that Tyson-esque fast twitchies and the power, the pace he sets, the level of action, the level of bombs that are thrown by Tank.
Known for his knockout power, Ryan was set to take on none other than Gervonta Davis. 28 wins, 26 by knockout. Gervonta had already built his name by beating top contenders, and now all roads led to a clash with Ryan.
Man, listen, so you finally got Tank. I mean, this is the fight everybody wants to see. Tell us, why is this so big? Why is this so big, and why is it so important to the sport?
Whenever boxing gets a fight like Ryan Garcia versus Gervonta Davis, the whole world tunes in. These are the matchups that bring casual fans back to the sport. Two young stars, undefeated, explosive, and unafraid to risk it all. For Ryan, going after the biggest fights wasn't just a choice, it was part of his identity. Instead of building up a safe record, he chased real challenges early on. That's what pushed his name into the spotlight and made people take him seriously. And while the outcome isn't always a win, that's not the point. These kinds of fights, even in defeat, build legends. They create moments, memories, and most importantly, stars. So let's close the book for a second and take ourselves back to that night. Back to the build-up, the tension, and the fight that brought the world to a halt. Before we continue, let me introduce you to Boxing Showtimes. It's a mobile app that gives you access to a complete boxing schedule, full undercards, personalized reminders, daily news, real-time updates, and so much more. Dive deep into fighter records and stats with detailed insights and technical analyses, participate in polls, and share your thoughts with fellow fans. The sleek design adapts to your style day or night. From buying tickets to finding venues, streaming the fights, this app has you covered. This isn't just an app, it's the boxing community you want to join. Download now and thank us later.
Gervonta Tank Davis and King Ryan Garcia, both unbeaten, both in their primes, and both carry serious knockout power in both of their hands.
It's showtime! I have a spirit of competition in me, and you're gonna see that come out when I fight Tank.
I'm gonna break your jaw, I promise you. And don't even bring your mother or your daughter. Don't bring them.
Yo, that's a good fight.
To me, that's a 50-50 fight.
In Gervonta's favor is because he has more experience. Ryan Garcia, I still want to see him fight a little bit stronger opposition, but I feel like he's still a great fighter. He can make anything happen. Great left hook, great speed, and I like the way he uses his distance too.
Ryan Garcia came out guns blazing, pressing Gervonta with fast combos and heavy shots. But we all know Tank's style. He downloads data, reads his opponent like a book, and waits for the perfect moment to unleash that one deadly calculated shot.
I think my problem was I got a little too impatient. You just got to be careful with Gervonta and play it smart. I didn't play it smart.
Ryan was growing restless, desperately trying to land something big on Davis. But going after a fighter like Gervonta with reckless urgency is a dangerous game. His pinpoint accuracy and cold patience to find that one devastating shot can end the fight at any moment.
Gervonta Tank Davis just stopped Ryan Garcia.
After such a disappointment tonight, what's next for Ryan Garcia?
140. I'm going to 140. You know, this fight's not going to deter me too much of my dreams. You know, I got in there with one of the best. So, you know, we fought. You know, I did what I had to get in the ring, but I'll feel much stronger at 140.
You know, it's not about wins and losses. It's about great performances and entertaining people, you know, and I think fighters are starting to learn just now that they're entertainers. They're not just fighters, you know.
You said you felt good and you felt strong. I wondered, was the fact that you had to make the 136 pounds and then only the rehydration up to 146, did that in any way sap you of any power or energy, did you think, in the fight?
Ryan Garcia agreed to terms that didn't favor him just to make the fight with Gervonta Davis happen. This wasn't just about a paycheck or spotlight. It was another sign that Ryan was chasing greatness, not comfort. He accepted a 136-pound catchweight and a 10-pound rehydration clause for fight night, limits that clearly didn't benefit him. We're not pointing this out to take credit away from Davis, but to show how far Ryan was willing to go to make big fights happen, even at his own expense.
I mean, from an honest, perception of it, I didn't feel too good. I mean, I felt a little weak, you know, going into the ring. My legs didn't feel too much under me, but once the fight got going, you know, it kind of all came together. So I can't really pin that too much, you know what I mean? it is what it is. I signed the contract, and that's that.
Following his defeat to Davis, Garcia was ready to return to the ring. But he wasn't looking for an easy comeback. Instead, he chose a high-risk, low-reward opponent, Oscar Duarte. An aggressive fighter with heavy hands and knockout power, Duarte was no tune-up.
I'm sure the whole world is very surprised why Ryan chose Oscar Duarte, but it shows you the character of Ryan Garcia, because Oscar Duarte is not a pushover. Oscar Duarte is not a walkover. It's he's coming off 11 straight knockouts. It's a dangerous fight, just like every other fight.
I think he's a tough fighter. It's going to prepare me for the top at 140. It's going to be a tough fight, but that's the whole point of boxing. Take on the best fighters and prove myself.
Pienso que Ryan Garcia es un gran oponente, un buen rival. Estoy listo para afrontar este reto. Me siento en mi mejor momento, tanto física como mentalmente. Entonces este 2 de diciembre voy a ganar.
Ryan Garcia managed to take full control of the fight against Duarte, neutralizing his aggressive style with sharp combinations and smart footwork. And in the 8th, he closed the show with a statement finish.
It was a suicide for him to sign up, and it's going to be a homicide on April the 20th. And that's what my son is going to go through. It ain't going to be a beat, it's going to be annihilation. If he dies, just like Drago said, this ain't no game. I'm sending my son to go kill him.
We seen him quit.
Use that tank line again, please.
We seen you take a knee, and on April 20th, it won't be no different. Ryan Garcia is a C+ fighter, with a big name. He has a name, but he's not on my level. He's not on that elite level. It's levels to this, and I'm a far better fighter. Me and Ryan shouldn't be in the ring. If he didn't have a name, then we wouldn't be sharing the ring.
It doesn't matter the state or the place, because Devin is going to beat up Ryan's pretty low face, because by round 5, down goes Ryan.
April 20th was a remarkable night for the sport of boxing. Ryan Garcia, coming in as a huge underdog, was set to face Devin the Dream Haney. These two young superstars were about to clash once more, but this time in a professional bout.
You actually fought Devin Haney and Shakur Stevenson, right?
Yeah, we're rivals. We fought 5 times, beat him 3 times out of the 5. He's a great fighter. He's really good.
Having fought 6 times previously as amateurs, with each winning 3 matches, this would be the defining fight that would settle their rivalry once and for all. The anticipation was palpable, as fans eagerly awaited to see who would emerge victorious in this epic showdown. The day of the weigh-in arrived. Ryan was 3 pounds over the limit, but Haney decided to proceed and fight anyway, arguing that those 3 pounds wouldn't give Garcia any kind of advantage.
Very unprofessional. I'm a true professional. Tomorrow, the world will see that I'm levels above this average fighter.
At any point, did you consider not taking the fight, considering he missed weight by over 3?
Of course not. It don't matter what weight he came in. I'm a true champion, and I will show it.
King Ryan the Dream Devin.
Protect yourself at all times.
Garcia quickly started to pressure Haney in the first round, landing a punch that nearly knocked him down.
Big left hand by Garcia. Knocks Haney early. Garcia said he was going to knock him out in the first round. This is his moment. Can Garcia do it?
Haney managed to survive the first round and gradually started to find his rhythm, dominating some of the early rounds.
Third man in the ring. Left hand from Haney.
However, every time Garcia managed to land a punch on Haney, he hurt him.
No confidence in the eyes of Haney anymore. The body language is shot. Out back.
Garcia would once again land a clean shot on Haney in the 7th round, but this time, he knocked him down. Haney survived the count and managed to endure the rest of the round by constantly holding Garcia.
As frequently as it needs to happen.
Oh, he's got it locked again. And down for a second time.
on the left hook, but I got in there and I fell asleep. And he caught me with it.
You went down that first time.
I'm at 72 hours for the test to come back, right?
Came back after the fight, yeah.
Right. So why ain't come out that Tuesday or that week next? They waited till Canelo fight to push that he had something in his drug. Then once they pushed that, Devin and them was on ESPN that night promoting that.
WBC 140-pound champ Devin Haney with us once again on SportsCenter. So Garcia denies the doping. What are your thoughts on the denial?
He was. It's all, and I'm telling you.
Fuck them all, bro. They're all trying to take my victory rate. This is some bull fucking shit, bro. I've never seen a bigger inside job in my life. Do your research. They are fucking trying to take my victory away from me. I don't know why. They see a Mexican on top and they want to take him down. It's fine.
After a controversial fight, Ryan's majority decision victory was eventually overturned and ruled a no contest. The outcome sparked heated debates across the boxing world, leaving behind a storm of controversy and unanswered questions. It had been a full year since Ryan Garcia last laced up the gloves. Now he was back, and waiting for him was none other than Rolly Romero.
I'm gonna knock Ryan out and he can go have fun with Devin right afterwards. I think Devin deserves his rematch.
As always, Rolly Romero brought his signature charisma to the table, giving fans exactly what they expected. Though this time, the press conference stayed surprisingly respectful. But behind the smiles, there was history.
Rolly's made it clear he's coming to knock you out. First round, he's coming out to take care of business. There's a lot of history between you two.
A well-known sparring session between the two, familiar to hardcore boxing fans, gave us a glimpse of what this fight could look like.
But your message has been pretty simple. You're not just here to knock out Rolly Romero, you're here to retire him.
I'm just here to do my job, knock him out, and ride off in the sunset. That's it.
A special moment surrounded this main event. For the first time ever, a boxing card would be shown live in Times Square, right in the middle of New York City. On a card that came in with huge hype but fell short of expectations, Rolly Romero got the job done, dropping Ryan Garcia in the second round and controlling the fight from there. After a year outside the ring, Ryan returned to a tough challenge. Although the timing wasn't fully there, his jab was a bright spot in a difficult night.
Let me just be real quick with this whole like footage of Ryan crying and all this stuff, man. Why are you guys knocking the dude for crying after, he lost, man? Like, he had a world title shot and, he lost, man. I was in the same man. I cried too because I cried because I was like, bro, like, dude, like, I really did this shit. I pulled this shit off, Because at the end of it, it shows that he's human. It shows that I'm human. And all them motherfuckers that want to go fucking talk shit about Ryan, saying that he was crying in a damn car and all this stuff, they're gonna act like they're not fucking human. So don't fucking be knocking Ryan because he cried after your defeat.
Ryan Garcia didn't meet the expectations this time, but his journey is far from over. We know he'll keep chasing the biggest names and giving us the fights fans deserve. 2 possible rematches loom ahead, Devin Haney and Rolly Romero. The losses? They don't matter as much. What matters is taking the risk, accepting the toughest challenges, and fighting the best, no matter the outcome. That's all for this story. We hope to see you in the next one.